Here we fucking go! You're listening to Bread and Circuses.
Was like the mob media, for one, is the entire world populated. Like, everybody's on Twitter. Fucking the UK is on Twitter. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
unfortunately.
With Caleb Salvatore.
Well, they can't. They can't go to the comedy shows because there's a 2-drink minimum, and you can't mix the Percocet you've been stealing from work with liquor.
And Nick Kohler.
There literally be people in the fucking 80s that didn't know that nutting in a girl would make her pregnant.
No one's asked that question. What did those families do to provoke Alex Jones like that?
You know what'll solve all of these racial police protests? A Pepsi.
What the fuck is up, friends? Welcome to this week's episode of Bread and Circuses. I am Caleb Salvatore.
Bread and Circuses. This is Nick Kohler. You're watching the first episode of our podcast being bought out by Elon Musk.
Yes, we
are
bought. He paid us $37.
$37 billion.
$37 billion. Yeah, he bought us out. We know our entire staff is having an absolute meltdown right now.
We've already lost half of our employees.
Yep.
The other half just came back from their fucking bathroom break that they've been on for the past 5 years. So they didn't know what was going on.
Dude, nothing's going to change with Twitter. Like there'll be subtle changes. I mean, it won't. I don't think they'll have like the egregious free speech violations that they did, but.
He said they're going to open source the code. So if they're going to expose all the algorithm stuff, I think that's going to be a really, not like a visual change or anything. I doubt there's going to be, you know what I mean? He's not going to put like swastikas all over the fucking background in there or anything. But like, I feel like it's going to be a lot more like you know what's going on when you're seeing it. Hopefully, anyway.
Well, they said they're going to verify all users. So what does that mean? Does that mean you have to show your ID?
No, I think they just verify with phone number. I don't think you have to do that on Twitter right now. I know you have to do it with Facebook now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they just want to make sure that you're not like a fucking bot.
Well, because if you get banned too, like they'll ban your phone number. So you, like, I know a bunch of shit posters on Facebook say they have to get fucking straight talk phones to keep, and it's like they can do it, but it's like a humongous pain in the ass instead of just making a new email. Yeah. Like some people dead ass will do that. They'll just go and get like straight talk phones for it. But
that's fucking hilarious though.
But that's a lot more effort than just making another Yahoo or fucking Gmail address.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't do it. That's like I'm banned from Whisper now. My phone.
Are you finally banned from Whisper?
I finally, after how many years, I caught a ban from Whisper. I don't know what it was that caught me because
who knows? Who knows, dude? Like...
I would. My favorite Whisper story. I remember it. It was Valentine's Day 2019.
Before we continue on, because I know there's some of our listeners that don't know what Whisper is.
Yes.
Please elaborate on what Whisper is.
Yeah, so Whisper is an anonymous app where you can post shit, and it's really just the scourge of social media.
It's basically like Vietnam of like the fucking shitty internet, because like it filters it by like proximity to you.
Yeah.
So like you're seeing shit from like 2-3 miles. So like the shit you're seeing,
it tells you approximately how far away it is.
You know it's coming from like your general area that you're living in. And dude, some of the shit that you just see on here, it's like a lot of attention-seeking 14-year-old girls.
Yeah.
And like dudes talking about wanting to jerk off and stuff.
That's so I listened to Chris Hansen's podcast, and that's actually where they catch a lot of these guys is on Whisper.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So Whisper, it's a lot of jailbait, fucking weird shit like that. Well, not a lot. I actually think that but there's a lot of horny dudes on there. It's mainly dudes. And there's just also like
just like anything everywhere on the internet though. There's a lot of horny dudes on on the internet in general. So
horny dudes, what was it? Horny dudes, just really sad people and just retards. Those are the three categories. Just complete morons.
Like aggressively stupid people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I remember. So it was my favorite Whisper moment was, and Nick and I used to work together, and on slow days we would just sit there and shit post Whisper, and our goal was
we would do just like egregious shit, man. Like we would shit talk firefighters on there,
just like protected professions, like fucking EMTs and shit.
Nurses, we would say nurses should get a real job and stuff.
So, which I stand by to this day. But no, so the thing with Whisper was it was anonymous. You'd make a username up, and there was no profile pictures. You had no idea. You'd tell it how old you were. But who knows who was lying?
It was like just a username, because I haven't been on Whisper in like years.
Yeah.
Now at this point.
Yeah, so it's still going strong. But there's no way to know who the other person is. It doesn't tell you. Like, there's no way, unless you're an idiot, there's no way to get doxxed, anything. Now, if there was like illegal shit, the police could find you. Like, that wouldn't be hard. But so like our goal was always to get people to try to meet us for fights that we were never going to show up to.
And we did indeed.
We've had people leave work.
Yeah. I'm glad. Like, it's a good showing to you guys that our personalities that we are on our podcast are actually pretty like legitimate of how we interact online. So
offline. Offline. No, like we would. And online. But we would fucking the goal, like the ultimate win was if you could, like, I remember I got a guy to leave work one time to go fight me at a gas station, and that was the best part.
I got a guy at nighttime to go to a Walgreens in like a very far off part of town. Like,
Did you send him to Bellevue?
I sent him to a Walgreens in Bellevue, and he was like sending me pictures from the parking lot, and I was just like, dude, he actually
was he trying to fight you, or was it a hookup thing?
He was trying to fight.
Well,
no, I didn't never go for the catfish hookup thing.
I didn't do that shit either.
I was like, this is kind of weird. Like, I never really felt comfortable doing that, but I did feel comfortable like saying shit to like piss people off. So
yeah. So my whole thing was it was Valentine's Day 2019, and I got these two guys. Well, so I posted, because I pissed a lot of people off. Like, people recognized my username. They wanted to kick my ass. I talked mad shit. And I posted that I was like, if any of you pussies want to come see me at the Cheesecake Factory. And I had two separate guys message me. And both of them, they're like, are you at the Cheesecake Factory? And one was already there. And I was like, yeah, I'm at the Cheesecake Factory. And the other guy wasn't, but he agreed to come meet me at the Cheesecake Factory. So what I did was I got each guy's physical description. I asked him what he looked like so I could go find him and kick his ass. And I described myself as that guy to the other guy. And so, I was like, so what I did was I got him all, and I was, the whole time I was getting him riled up. I'm like, while the guy was on his way, I was like, dude, they're going to have to scrape what's left of you off the fucking floor when I knock your teeth out, you pussy ass piece of shit. And I was just fucking firing this guy up. And I told him I was wearing what the other guy was wearing and vice versa. And I don't know what came of it. They may have fought. They may have showed up, looked for each other, and nothing happened.
And they fell in love.
It was Valentine's Day. It was a love story.
The two guys just embraced each other and started kissing. And then you made now they're happily married with two adopted Bosnian kids.
Yeah, two Bosnian kids. Yeah. So that was like, it was, Whisper was fun, man. You could get people to, if you could get people to go try to meet you for a fight, that was how you won Whisper for the day.
I really wish I would have kept some of the screenshots, because like me and Caleb would show like our work from like the previous night to each other at work, just like cracking the fuck up of like pissing people off. Like it would be dumb shit like we'd tell them that fucking macaroni was shit or something, and then it would just fucking escalate from there. Like, yeah.
Oh fuck! What was servers were one of the fun ones to shit on.
The really specific one I remember is that we were making fun of fucking firefighters.
Yeah,
because we're like people make fun of like police all the time on anonymous internet, but you never see anybody make fun of firefighters, dude. So we were like telling them to get our own job, and they don't actually do anything and shit.
Firemen aren't that tough.
I think that's what we like initially posted in there, was like, firemen aren't that tough.
I remember one time you sent me like, it was at you were at one of like TJ Maxx or some store like that, and it was some sign about like firemen, and it was like firemen because God needed to make heroes too, and you crossed it out on Snapchat and wrote cowards.
Yeah, dude. Well, we just like, me and Caleb just have this thing where we like to fucking like we like to fuck around with people, but we like to fuck around with people in ways that like you don't expect, you know what I mean? Like, come right out of left field. Like,
dude, it boils down to the fact that the internet ain't that deep, and there's a lot of people that act like it is. And it's just
when we're on there like telling people that fucking like waitresses or no, like nurses like need to get an actual profession and they don't do anything. It's like, who the fuck would actually believe that somebody thinks that? You know what I mean?
Like one time I said that being a doctor wasn't a real job, and like 3 or 4 people took the bait. I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me?
What would we say? We would say shit like
it was like bank tellers,
like get a real job like a mailman or some shit. Like fucking postal worker.
It was just random
get a
shit.
real job like a fucking Amazon warehouse operator, dude. Contribute to society.
God, no, that's a go be a hotel desk clerk at night. Just random shit like that. But that's
I swear that the app was literally just only like unhinged people. Like,
it was.
Because I think it was the anonymity to it that
anonymity,
just really like fucking boiled people's blood. They just acted like real tough asses.
Well, they got real tough, and they couldn't figure out who they were talking to. I remember I posted one that it got seriously like over 1,000 replies. Like, it made it to the top of Whisper. It was right after the election. I posted just found out one of my employees voted for Joe Biden, or should I say former employee now.
Oh, that's fucking great. Because that's one of those things that like
it could happen.
It's probably not real, but like if it's like real enough to where it could happen, and it would be really fucked up if it did happen. You know what I mean? Like a mom leaving her fucking kid at school for like a week or something. Like, you know what I mean? You wouldn't be like, dude, I don't know anybody that would do that. But then you're like, but that happened one time in Cleveland in like the 90s. So it's like, maybe it could happen, you know?
Well, like I mean, I'm sure people have been fired for who they voted for, but I highly doubt.
I think that's illegal, isn't it?
Depends what state you're in, actually.
Is it really?
There's no like political protections. It's religious, gender, race, but there's no political protections.
Wow, dude, that's impressive.
But
isn't there like in DC, isn't there like some political protections?
There might be in like certain states, I'm not sure, or cities, but I know it because I remember like all these people were threatening me. They're like, I'm turning you into the Nebraska Department of Labor, blah, blah, blah. So I imagine the Nebraska Department
fucks are going to do anything.
I imagine the Nebraska Department of Labor's inbox just got flooded for like 2 days.
That would be awesome, dude.
With people reporting my Whisper. And they're like, yeah, no, we can't. Like, there's nothing we can track this back.
Where does this guy work? Oh, I'm a manager at Menards. Got reported to fucking Menards, dude, and they're like fucking on this witch hunt for like a fucking manager that doesn't exist.
I knew this guy that on his shit posting account, he posted that on Facebook, he put his job that he worked for the city of Cincinnati. He didn't, but when he would say like egregious shit that would piss people off, they would call the city of Cincinnati. It might have been a different city, but like the city's like official page like had to make a post. They're like, this individual does not work for us. Please stop reporting him.
This will be an interesting segue to this actually, because I've had situations where I've been, and I don't even think it was really that crazy of a discussion. I think I made like a fucking joke about like that show, The Northman or whatever, like.
Oh yeah.
Somebody left like a bad review on it. I was like, I think I made like an offhand comment that was like, yeah, it's bad because the fucking main character is in a POC. Or no, I put BIPOC.
BIPOC.
Was it black
indigenous people of color?
Yeah, I was like, I put like that fucking term. I was like, it's because the main character is in BIPOC.
What'd they say?
People were like, there was this one fucking girl on there who noticed me
White?
that I had. Oh, of course, dude.
Yeah.
White girls are the only ones that get mad like this on the internet, really, like over shit like this. But she like my Facebook picture is like me at like my school with my like HR organization shit in there. Dude, I don't give a shit, man. I fucking shit post with that. I'm like, who are you gonna fucking call? My student organizer, like my dude, what are they gonna do? Kick me out? I fucking run the organization, bitch.
Right.
Like she was like saying something about like people from this group probably shouldn't be saying stuff like that. And I like looked at her profile and like of course like every other basic white girl that's on there, she said has like fucking reference to her favorite show, The Office.
Yeah,
You
of
know what I
course,
mean?
yeah.
So I said something along the lines of like, I don't think that you should be telling me something like that when you have a quote from a problematic show like The Office. and like it just devolved into this fucking thing of me pointing out like every racist joke that they made in The Office, because it's like, dude, you can use their own tactics against them, dude. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you could fucking witch hunt too, man. Like I can play this game, and
Right.
and like that was pretty funny. It was a good like win on that, because I'm like, dude, for all these people that are like these like feel good, like never always want, like the canceling types, you know what I mean? The types that it's okay to fucking call people's employers or something like that.
I call your employer Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And even on like fucking Facebook and stuff, or like I don't know what all the other fucking platforms. People that do it on like Twitch. I'm sure.
No,
like,
it's on all of it, but I call it because Twitter was where it really started.
Yeah, it's like for people being like that sensitive about stuff, there's a lot of them that really like The Office, and The Office is like, I'm not really gonna say that The Office is a bad show on its own, but like you definitely see like it's a very basic white girl thing to like The Office as much as they do. Like
I enjoyed The Office for what it was, and honestly, it wasn't really that edgy. Like those were pretty basic jokes at the time. It wouldn't be allowed today, and that's just
10 years
soft
ago.
we are.
10 years ago, those were like pretty tame jokes, but like now, dude, like some of the shit like they say to Stanley and stuff, you're like, damn, dude, they couldn't put that on primetime fucking sitcoms anymore, dude.
Oscar the Gay episode where he like outed him to the office. And
then like who's the Kevin is like telling Oscar, he's like, oh, you probably like being in prison, huh? Like, dude, you think they could say that in mainstream TV?
Episode when Michael had to get a prostate exam, and he brought Oscar into his office, and he goes, "What can I expect?"
Like, dude, and like I say, I like The Office, man. I think it's great, but it's like The Office is kind of like the Harry Potter, where people base around their entire personality around liking Harry Potter and The Office. You know what I mean?
No, I get that. Yeah.
So it's like, dude, that's not the only show that
now
existed.
I want to make it clear, I am not a fan of Harry Potter. I am not a fan of J.K. Rowling's writings. The only thing I enjoy about J.K. Rowling is her stance on transgenders.
That's she's the
only thing that's the only thing I approve of with J.K. Rowling.
Oh no, excuse me, I got it wrong. She's a trans exclusionary radical feminist.
Turf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where they're eating each other alive. The fucking cancel people are eating each other alive over that, man, because it's like they fucking love it, and then there's the people that are like, oh, but I can't watch Harry Potter anymore because J.K. Rowling doesn't think women.
Dude, like even if you are, I've never understood that. Separate the art from the artist. You know what I mean? Like I fucking still listen to Marilyn Manson's music. You know, he's a fucking whack job. People still listen to Michael Jackson. I still eat Subway after the Jared thing. Like who cares? Like. It's not that.
I think Michael Jackson might be a better example. Like R. Kelly, those guys might be better examples of like art and artists versus like Jared and Subway.
I know that was a joke. Yeah. You know who's
I get what you're saying though.
You know who's another fun group to piss off online is the polyamorous relationships.
Oh yeah, those guys are pretty funny too, and the pitbull loving community, dude.
No, the pitbull, yeah,
the pitbull moms.
Heroic pitbull swims into lake to bite drowning child.
Dude, I will go on record of saying this, that like I frequently go on like walks, especially with like push my daughter in her stroller like through our neighborhood that's right by my apartment complex.
Oh, those fucking pitbulls are scary, dude.
Dude, the biggest threat to me that is when I'm doing like really when I'm just out and about is these fucking dogs jumping over these small fucking rock walls.
Yeah.
And like coming at me or my daughter.
I don't think pit bulls should be illegal. But at the same time, I could see the argument for saying that you have to have a privacy fence if you're going to have one. You know what I mean?
I don't think you should not have a pit bull, but just keep in mind if your pit bull like does anything like where I think it's going to be aggressive, I'm going to put a cap in his fucking head.
And most people will, and you'll get away
not
with
feel
it.
Bad about it. Yeah, dude, and I'll get away with it, and you'll get fined for having an aggressive dog. So
it's it's a proven fact, like scientific fact. Pit bulls' brains are wired differently than like a lab. You know what I mean? They are wired to be more aggressive because they were bred to fight.
And it's not even just pit bulls that I like, because there's a lot of people with German shepherds down here. And these German shepherds are aggressive as fuck, man. There's this one. There's these
They're
two
police dogs. That's why.
Yeah, there's these two fucking Saint Bernards too that like literally hang their front bodies, like the front of their fucking front arms and like everything over this rock wall, barking at me and my daughter. My daughter's like terrified of these dogs. Yeah, but it's like, what am I'm gonna have to cross the street every time I guess I get to this fucking house on the off chance that they're there. It's like dude, if that dog jumps over that fucking fence, dude, I have every legal right,
absolutely,
especially in Texas, to kill that fucking dog and then leave.
Absolutely. I would probably call the cops before I left, but you know.
Yeah, if I had the time.
If I discharged a firearm, I would probably.
Yeah, I suppose that's. Yeah, I would call the cops.
You probably want to get ahead of that and not look. Yeah, like you fled the
that's right. Just killed fucking dogs and. No, but like you know what I mean. It's like it's a dog. I know what you mean. It's like a dog. It like doesn't really like you. There are a lot of people that want to say the dog has legal protections, which they do.
It does to an extent.
To a degree,
you can't just beat it for no reason. You can't starve it. You can't leave it out in the sun. But no, if it's attacking you, all bets are off.
Yeah, absolutely. My nephew's been attacked by a fucking lab before, dude. Like he literally got his arm clamped right here, and like his fat in his arm like came out of his arm.
Which is odd because labs do not have strong bites. They're retrievers, so they naturally have a soft bite. So was it a purebred?
I don't know. I just I think it was probably a mud actually, but it looked like a yellow lab, but it was probably a mud.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's also like an 8-year-old boy, you know what I mean? And it clamped through his fucking arm, and his arm fat was fucking coming out of his arm, dude. It was pretty traumatic for my nephew, dude.
So I used to work at a school, and this kid that he was a student there. I remember he was a kindergartner. He went to the friend's house, 2 houses down. Friends had this dog. It's like 8 or 9 years old. They had it for years. It was a German Shepherd. And dog sees the kid at the door and just mauls him. Just goes fucking straight for him. Ripped his ear off his head. Kid had to get like 50 stitches and have facial reconstructive surgery. The dog just fucking freaked out. Seen the kid 100 times. Just decided he was going to maul him. And he walked back to his parents' house bleeding and crying. I'm like, let that be my kid, because I'm walking over to your house and putting a bullet in your fucking dog right in front of your family. That's how we're going to settle this. And I'll do whatever jail time I got to do. That's your dog's going to fucking die if it does that to my kid.
I've seen a lot of live leak videos where like a dog will attack a guy with a consent, and he draws and shoots the dog as he fucking should, because dude, a dog might not kill you, but like, dude, it can like fuck
you up for the rest of your life.
Yeah, dude, you can tear your fucking nipple off, tear off
permanent nerve damage in your arm. You want to never use your arm again?
Yeah, it completely ruined the fucking your use of like one of your hands. If it bites you and just severs your tendons in your hands.
What if it bites you in the dick?
Yeah, dude, it could.
It's a fucking ER visit, man. You could die. Like
exactly. So it's like what the thing is like they'll do it. They'll shoot these dogs that like are attacking them. And what they should be doing, you know what I mean? Like like backing off and then drawing and shooting.
Yeah. A dog ain't gonna listen though. A human, you can de-escalate.
Yeah. And that's then the fucking owners are come out like, oh my god, why did you shoot him?
He was just trying to play with you while he's shaking your infant child around in his mouth.
Dude. Like there's so much like anecdotal evidence of like animals just doing this where I'm like, I'm not encouraging people to go out and fucking not get animals, not get dogs or anything. No. It's like, dude, don't you need to be fucking accountable and responsible with your dog, because it's a fucking dog. Like it's not your precious little smart baby boy. Like no, it's a dog. They'll just go and attack people sometimes.
It's an animal. It's unfortunately it is in their instinct to hunt and kill. It is what it is.
And it might have just felt like that this big guy was threatening his fucking owner. But
that's what I was gonna say or protect its property and its family. And it may feel that this guy walking down the street is a threat. And
that's not and unfortunately, like in the real world, that's not an excuse, and that gets your fucking dog killed. So
yeah. Well, I mean, like we started walking, like I started carrying a gun on walks, not for humans, but for animals, man. Like, because you can reason with a human, you can de-escalate. Like if a guy comes up and sticks a gun in my face and just wants my wallet, fucking, I don't carry cash anyway. I just cancel the credit cards on it. Like go ham, bro. But Like a dog, you can't reason with. If a dog wants to attack you, there's nothing you can give it. There's like, it's just gonna
especially
come
like
after you.
imagine you and Mia are out like walking your guys' Chihuahua, dude. Like a decent
or even my
size,
lab. She's about to be 13 years old, and she's not exactly
dude.
big.
A decent sized 4-year-old dog could easily maul your dogs to death. You know what I mean? And, or like break their legs, or like break Megan's fucking legs to the point where you got to put her down. You know what I mean? Like that would be awful, dude.
Well, that's, I mean, like there's these people down the street from us. They got this fence that can't be higher than like 3 feet, and they got a pit bull, a German shepherd, and a Malamute, whatever they're called.
Yeah, like a husky, basically.
Yeah, they're all just mean as hell, and they run up and bark and like angrily bark, and like it's my dog doesn't talk. She's scared, and I'm like, dude, 3 dogs like that jump the fence, that could kill me. You know what I mean? Like,
imagine like walking around with like a 2-year-old in a stroller, man.
That'd
It's
be
like
even more fucking.
It's like, what is this? The fucking ghetto where I can't go walk around because fucking dogs are gonna attack me?
Handle my business, dude.
I mean,
they've got an electric fence type thing, but I'm like,
yeah,
if that dog's pissed off enough, a shock collar's not gonna stop it. If it wants to jump the fence, it'll deal with it. I've seen it happen a million times with dogs that aren't mad, just because they're curious, like they want to go chase a squirrel or some shit.
I find like a lot of the same arguments that you could use for like not having like the pit bulls or like big aggressive dogs are like the same arguments that people use for not having guns. Yeah. But at the same time, like you put a gun on the floor and even a loaded gun and fucking turn around and not restrain the gun, it won't go kill somebody.
The gun's not gonna pick itself up and kill the kid walking down the street.
It's not gonna jump out of the fucking gun safe and like bam, 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 bam. But like, I mean, I'm not against people owning dogs or anything, or even pit bulls for that matter. But it's like,
I have no problem with
it. You just need to accept that fucking fact that like, if you're a fucking 20, if you're a 22-year-old, 105-pound fucking girl, you probably shouldn't have a pit bull, dude. Because if it comes at me in the street, I'm gonna fucking kill it, like my dad in front of you, and not feel bad about it.
My grandparents used to breed pit bulls, and they even told me, they're like, no, their brains are wired differently. They were originally bred to fight, and they're instinctive. They are more likely to instinctively fight the same way a pointer will point at a bird, because that's what it was bred to do. Even if you don't take it hunting or anything like that, a pointer's still going to point at birds, because that's what they were bred to do for thousands of years.
Retrievers will go and just get shit all the time.
Retrievers will go. They bring you presents. Yes, I know. But
yeah, they really do that. Especially if you throw it into the water, dude, because they were like bred to like get ducks when you shoot them. You go throw anything in the water. They'll go and get little kids that are like swimming. They'll go retrieve them, dude.
They love to find birds and shit in the yard too, and bring that. Like my lab. I remember when she was a puppy, and we walked outside, and she had chased this rabbit down in the garden and killed it. And she just walked up to me and set it up at my feet and just looked up at me, wagging her tail. Like, look what I brought you. Like, I defended the house. And I'm like, oh, thanks.
She did, dude.
Thanks.
She's a good girl.
Now I got to figure out how to get rid of this rabbit. Like,
yeah,
man. She's the best dog. Do you know who Bill Blank is? He's a comedian.
Bill Blank, yeah.
Yeah, from Des Moines.
Yeah,
he posted on Facebook the other day his dog ate a dish towel.
Ugh,
and so it was 14. So he took it to the vet to get the towel removed. He's like, I'll pay. And he was on Facebook posted. He's like, money's not an issue. He's like, I'll pay whatever it takes. He's like, I'm not gonna. And before they went to do the operation, they found like a massive tumor in its liver, and they had to put it down. And I was like, dude, I can't even fucking imagine.
How old was his
14. So I mean, it had lived a long life.
Yeah.
And they were like, we can give it palliative like radiation and shit. And he's like, thousands of dollars to keep it alive for 3 months when it's probably going to be miserable the whole time. What are you even doing?
Eat. Yeah,
it's like fucking tragic. Nah, sucks, just like you like that's the shitty part about dogs, man, is like, I mean, you love them to death and shit, but like at the end of the day, you owe it to them when life is no longer enjoyable.
It's like buying a laptop, man. Like, you're only going to get like a short amount of time with this laptop. You're going to have some really fun times with this laptop. You're going to get a lot accomplished and everything. You're going to fucking do everything you're gonna do on that laptop, and in 4 or 5 years, dude, it's gonna be fucking.
Well, you get a little bit more time. You get a little bit more time.
Yeah, you do get more time out of dogs, but it's like, man, you know when that time's coming, when it's not loading shit, it's fucking crashing all the time. You're just like, oh man, it's time to go take this thing to Best Buy and go donate it.
Time to take it to the pawn shop and go make a quick $50.
Time to go put a round through it with my shotgun.
Well, okay.
If you're in fucking Tennessee,
yeah,
that's how they put down their fucking computers
and their
TVs.
dogs.
Yeah,
you seen old Yeller. No, I have a theory that every human has like one animal in their lifetime that's like soul attaches to theirs. You know what I mean? In a way that the others don't. Like you have dozens of pets, but you got that one that attaches itself to you, and that's like, I think that's like your spirit animal.
Probably, because like I had my dog Bailey, which was my boxer that lived 16, dude.
That's my thing.
Yeah, it's like we got her when I was 5, and they put her down when like I was deployed over to fucking Kuwait when I was 23, dude. Like,
do you know why I believe so strongly in that theory though?
Why is that?
Whenever I tell someone that theory, immediately an animal pops into their head.
Yeah, everyone is like,
who I'm talking about, because everyone has one.
Well,
everyone that's ever owned pets has one.
The really unique thing about dogs is like dogs literally like evolved with humans. Like, literally as long as like human civilization has been around, we've had dogs as like pets. So it's like we're literally built for each other.
Right. Yeah, I mean it's literally they were specifically dogs. And I'm sure some people have like a cat or whatever.
Cats have only been domesticated like the way that they are now since like the 1800s, man, where they like been bred for captivity.
Yeah.
I know that like people think that like cats kind of domesticated themselves back in like ancient times, because like there's like literally fucking
they were the guardians of the underworld.
Well, like in the ancient like Roman cities, like where there's like, you know how they made like concrete back then, and like you can go and find in Roman concrete stuff and like rooftops and shit, and like their sidewalks, you can find like cat prints in them, like the fucking asshole cats, even back in the ancient Roman days, were like stepping in ruin and shit and stuff. But like, I mean, they're useful for keeping mice and shit away. But like, and I know like the ancient Egyptians loved them, but it's like dogs, we've been like selectively breeding them for like fucking forever, dude. Like,
well, it's like, I don't know, you know how they say like people like a soulmate and stuff. Like I think everyone, like, yeah, you got that, but I think you got like a spirit animal that's what follows you to the afterlife, you know, whatever that may be. But I don't know. That's my theory.
Usually it was a lot of times like your childhood dog, like the dog that got you through high school and shit.
It gets
like you and that dog have like fucking been through some shit, man.
That's
like,
one. Yeah, I mean, like my dog right now. It's like I told Mia, I'm like, yeah, like we'll have other dogs, but there'll never be another Megan. You know what I mean? Like it's what
you've hopefully had her since you've been in high school, right?
I've had her since I was in 8th grade.
Yeah, dude.
I'm 26 now. Like, I've had her for a minute, and she's still healthy as a horse and shit. And I'm like, you know, when they're 13, 14 years old, it's like every day, it's like, you know, it's like a blessing.
You're just like so every time the dog like accidentally falls off the couch or some shit, like,
is this gonna be it? Like, it's like, but no, I mean, she's healthy. The vet, I mean, she gets checked twice a year, and the vet's like, yeah, you know, as long as nothing unexpected, she should live to be like 16, 17 years old. So
like, watch that dog's gonna end up to be like 20, dude. Like she's gonna have cataracts and shit, but she's still gonna be fucking kicking, like doing okay. Like,
well, labs, you can usually tell when the age is starting to hit them, and usually they'll have another year or two left in them when it happens. But when their age is starting to hit them, their hips start to drop. And
I was gonna say, you know what happened to my chocolate lab? That what I had a really good chocolate lab when I was younger, but he died. He was like fucking 100 pounds. Like he was a huge ass fat.
Yeah, the big ones don't live as long.
Like the hips, and even my boxer, like the weight we had to put her down because her just hips went out and
they
she
start
just
to drop.
Walk.
Yeah, no, I like as long as they're not in pain, because they sell dog wheelchairs now. Yeah, and as long as they're not in pain, I have no problem paying for that. And my thing is like, people are like, oh, you're crazy. I'm like, dude, when I lose my legs, you better not just pull it through my fucking head. You better put me in a wheelchair. Dickhead.
I'm like fucking bedridden, like can't even eat. I'm like shitting my fucking stomach out.
At that point,
kill me, dude.
At that point, kill me. But like, no, I can't walk. No, fuck you. You better not put me down. Like, no, of course I'll put her in a fucking dog wheelchair. Are you kidding me? Yeah. No, heartbeat. That is a fucking question, dude. That's like, But I don't know. It's just fucking. It's sad. This is a sad subject. I'm sorry.
No, yeah. I mean, yeah. Like I can never fucking understand how like people out there can like. I can understand you preferring cats to like dogs, you know, because cats are like way less maintenance.
Unless you're allergic, yeah.
Well, even so, it's like, dude, there's people out there that just like fucking do not like dogs on principle. And I'm like, yeah, I'm over here talking about like me fearing that dogs are going to attack me on walks because I'm like legitimately afraid of that.
Yeah.
But like I love dogs though at the end of the day.
Yeah, you're ready to kill the dog someone else loves.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know what I mean? If it's gonna attack me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like on principle hate other people too, but you know what I mean? If like somebody attacked me on a walk, freaking nut job foaming at the mouth attacked me, you know what I mean? I'd fucking shoot him. I'm like,
according to Zach Eddie, they're everywhere in New York. So.
Yeah, right. I mean, I've been to New York. There's some fucking nut jobs in New York, man.
Dude,
like
a couple weeks ago, a homeless man on the subway shit in his hand and walked up to this lady and just smashed it in her face.
Ugh.
I'm like, you know why the homeless act that way in New York and in California and shit? Because they can't carry a gun. We got homeless people in the Midwest. They got homeless people in the South. They don't do that shit there.
Even here in El Paso, which is a pretty left-leaning city,
yeah,
it's still Texas, and you cannot succeed Texas gun laws, the king of gun laws.
They might be crazy and yell some shit at you and ask for rides or money or whatever, but at the end of the day, they're not going to walk up and just stab you or shit in their hand and attack you with it because there's a legitimate chance they could get killed, and the person that does it isn't going to go to jail for it. They've learned the fucking respect, and they've been trained. The homeless and those fucking liberal hellholes have been trained for too long that they can get away with whatever the fuck they want. A homeless man can walk up to you and fucking stab you in the throat and rape your wife
and
in front of you.
Jail.
and they'll say that he's the victim. Society will say he's
you'll
the victim.
Go to jail.
Some fucking white bitch on the internet.
The city will put the guy in jail. They're like, no, you're going to jail, dude.
Yeah, you shouldn't have let it happen, pussy.
The craziest thing that's ever really happened to me, and like Omaha homeless people are pretty tame in my experience. They're really tame down here. But the craziest thing that ever happened to me with a homeless person in Omaha was like I was down at like South O for like one of the fairs that was going on down there. I think it was like a Cinco de Mayo fair or some shit. I don't remember. I just remember it was a fair. The same one where that girl got her fucking like neck snapped on the ride.
Oh no, her hair got ripped off.
Yeah, her hair got ripped off. Yeah, she got her like actual
weave
snatched by like the octopus ride. But no, I was like walking down the street in like South Omaha, you know, it's kind of there's a lot of homeless people in South O. I feel like it's because of all the bakeries down there, but they just fucking eat like breadcrumbs like pigeons.
Like pigeons, yeah.
But there was this homeless guy like chilling in a fucking like wheelchair, a bench or some shit down there. And as me and my ex were like walking down the street, like we weren't paying attention to him, and he just like looked up and went like, rah! And like scared me and my startled me and my ex. I just started laughing because he started laughing too, and I was just like, "Ah, you fucking got me, you dickhead!" Like, the worst thing that's ever happened to me down here in El Paso is some fucking homeless guy approached me while I was getting my daughter buckled up in her car, and I was just like, "Really, dude? Like, no, I'm not giving you money." And he started walking off. I was like, "Fuck you!" I was like, "Whatever."
Yeah, they love to rant and shit. Like I saw this gas station one time. They had a sign up outside, and like they had this like picnic tables and shit on a concourse, and it said all items purchased with EBT must be consumed off-site. They were really concerned about the image.
Damn, man.
Hey, you know what? It's a business. It's a business, all right. But no, there was I remember I was getting because we live right off the interstate, and our neighborhood's fairly quiet. But being right off the interstate, we get some miscreants coming through every now and again. And I was getting the mail, and this dude with a garbage bag full of clothes walks up to me talking to himself. He's like, "Hey, do you have a phone I can use?" And I went, "No." Just like that. And he goes, "Of course you don't. Nobody wants to fucking help me." Blah, 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 blah. He's like walking out screaming, talking to himself. Like, yeah, maybe the way you behave has something to do with why strangers won't give you their phone. Like,
dude, some homeless fucking white bitch down in South Omaha, like clearly on meth head, came up to me too when we were like leaving a restaurant down there asking me for my phone. I'm like, "Girl, like you are clearly a meth head." It's like ain't nobody giving no stranger their fucking phones.
Right.
in this day and age, dude. Like,
well, we were Gate 10 where they do comedy at downtown, one of the spots. There's a ton of homeless people coming and going because they'll feed them there and whatever, and it's not far from the shelter. It's right on 10th, right outside the old market.
You know, for fucking that one place that we do the open mics all the time that was downtown. Backline? The proximity of the backline to the homeless shelter, you don't actually see a lot of homeless people out.
No, you don't. It's weird. Yeah. Well, so we were at Gate. So Zach Bravietti came in town, and we went to Gate 10 just to go drink on Saturday, and it was all these like nicely dressed white people. So it was like Creighton was having like a prom not prom, like a frat and sorority thing going on.
Oh hell yeah, dude! And they were all fucking doing their initiations of mouth kissing the fucking pledges.
Well, no, it was like they're like for the upperclassmen, I think. So we're sitting out there and we were trying to figure out what was going on. And there's this clearly homeless lady, right? Like she's got shitty face tattoos, horribly done piercings. She's dressed like a slob, fucking smoking a joint, sitting outside. And we were trying to figure out what it is. And she's like, I'm like, I think it's Creighton's prom. And she goes, it's not Creighton's prom. They don't have proms, blah, blah, blah. It's the fraternity and sorority, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, and then she goes, I don't go to Creighton. I just know. And I went, you don't go to Creighton? Holy shit. Wow, you fooled me. And she didn't know I was joking. She didn't know I was joking.
Creighton, just for context of our non-Omaha, like non-Nebraska people, Creighton's
very
like
rich.
A private Catholic fucking college, dude.
It's known for law. It's like a law school, basically. Law and dental. That's the two big ones are law. They have other things.
Creighton Dental is like a big thing that they have there.
Those are the two. They have others.
And basketball.
Yeah, they're good at basketball.
They're part of the Big East Conference. If any, the college basketball, like that should give you an idea, kind of what they're like.
Big East and fucking Omaha, but whatever. Yeah, that's neither here.
They're the fucking snobby college basketball school.
They are. There's when Nebraska and Creighton play, it's kind of like a class warfare type thing because like they kind of look down on Nebraska fans. And Mia went to Creighton, and I'm a Nebraska fan, so like we have like whenever they play, we'll sit there and watch it and we'll talk shit. Nebraska always loses, but you know,
Nebraska, the very bottom of Big Ten basketball. Nebraska ball's seen better days, dude.
We're getting there, man. We're getting there. But oh shit, so I got totally tracked on dead dogs. The polyamorous, the worst group of fucking people.
Yeah, we did get fucking split up from those. Yeah, those the fucking
they are the worst. Like, okay, if they weren't so goddamn obnoxious about it, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. But the way they make it talk, the way they make the polyamorous, which means multiple partners, the way they make it sound is like they have all the answers and their relationships are perfect and they got it all figured out. Like you ever hear about
I wish on dating apps that you could fucking like filter people like that off of there.
Should be, yeah.
You can't, which is fucking annoying. Yeah, you cannot. You know, if I'm like playing around on like Tinder or something like that, because you know I'm single and I can have fun.
Yeah,
fucking with that shit. Whenever I see those people, a lot of times
use that shit anymore.
I don't rely on it or anything, but
no,
like sometimes it's fun to, you know.
I know what you mean. I'm so glad that shit's off my phone. Is what I
should say. Yeah. Well, you're actually in like a good relationship. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Monogamous. Believe it or not.
Yeah. But whenever I see the fucking the letter people on there or anything like that, they're like their own fucking breed of fucking
they them.
Literally.
They them. I'm a they them. No, you're not.
They don't even.
You're a privileged white
people.
girl who.
They're not shaped like regular people, man. Like
the they thems.
Yeah, dude. The fucking pile. I'm in a polyamorous relationship. I'm looking for a BIPOC fucking.
Yeah, like that's
other kin, and I'm like
two spirit.
Yeah. When I see these people on there, they have just like this certain like fucking look to them where you're just like,
they do.
There's some genes that aren't working right in your fucking genetic code, dude. Like
you can tell who's a they them by looking at them without looking at their profile. Like you can tell who for the most part, and it's things they've done to themselves. It's like it's not. Like they weren't actually born a man or a woman. It's they've modified themselves to look that way.
And it's super annoying because it's like, dude, you know what? You fucking whatever, man. You can go do that shit and be.
You can say whatever the fuck you want. Just don't expect me to participate in the delusion.
Yeah, go be fucking a retarded person on there. Like I'm trying to find 3 other fucking guys to like supplement my relationship. whatever, man. Just let me fucking filter these people out because it's
Right.
like I also have to see them.
So the polyamorous piss me the fuck off because they act like they've got it all figured out. And anytime you see about any fucking straight couple, like you'll be in any Facebook group and this girl will post, me and my boyfriend have been going through problems, and that's why, like, all the comments you'll see several of them. That's why I'm polyamorous. We don't have these problems. And I'm like, dude, by the very definition of their relationship, it is unhealthy. It is impossible to have a healthy polyamorous relationship, in my opinion. It's called an open relationship because you are openly cheating on each other. That's why it's fucking called.
You know what that is? That's friends with benefits.
Literally, it's
they just don't want to say that it's friends with benefits.
What it is my wife got a new coworker that she likes, so now we're in an open marriage.
Those people usually aren't actually married, man, because like that requires.
They never make it to that. Yeah,
from personal experience, it's a pain in the ass to go do all the fucking like legal stuff for it.
Yeah.
So like they're fucking probably all lazy that do that shit, I imagine. So it's
too
like
much of a commitment.
It is a commitment. It's like an actual legal commitment.
And their marriages never actually make it to that point. Their relationships never make it to that
they
stage.
Could just be
it's
friends.
Unhealthy and doesn't work.
They could be friends with benefits that live with each other for fucking 40 years, man, but they're not fucking married.
Open relationships, polyamorous, whatever you want. And I'm not talking like, I know there are like some marriage or relationships where you have like
the
3 people, they don't fuck anybody else, and they're all just like the 3 of them are in a relationship together. Do I think that's weird? Yes. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about people that go online, I'm talking about people that go online or go to the bar and just fuck strangers. Because
what's funny is like
these
fucking the polyamorous people are basically, they could just say they were swingers, man. Like that's less annoying.
But everyone's got to have their own fucking
label. Yeah, they're like, they can't be like the fucking boomers. The boomers have swingers, dude.
Well, no,
boomers have been having swingers for a long time.
Here's the difference. You know the difference?
Swingers are actually married too, though.
They're married and they trade partners.
Yeah.
Polyamorous relationships, 90% of the time benefits the woman. The guy might get some ass on the side every now and then, but let's be real. She's going out and getting fucked 4 or 5 times a week, and that guy might get it twice a month. You know what I mean? Like that's
dude, some fucking chick that I hooked up with off of Tinder one time was telling me that
to be a man.
No, at least I hope not, dude. If it did, it was very, I was
a lady boy.
No, this chick was telling me that she had like another fucking guy friend that like after we had hooked up and everything, she was telling me she had another guy friend, but like she was telling me like it wasn't like a serious thing or anything like that. But she was like trying to tell me, she was basically like trying to hint at to get me to fuck this guy, and I was like, no, get out of my fucking house, dude. Like, what
leave,
the fuck?
Leave.
Yeah, she started like bringing that shit up, and I was like,
bye-bye. Time, you got to know when to fold them, to quote Kenny Rogers. But so like, it's not I'm sorry, it's not a healthy relationship. I refuse to acknowledge that it's a healthy relationship. It's not 2 consenting adults. It's someone cheating on the other person. And what it really comes down to is it's mainly the woman, like I said, that has the majority of the sex with other people. And it typically what it is she wants to dump him.
Like,
she wants to dump him, but she doesn't have the fucking stones to do it. She's too afraid. I think too afraid of confrontation to dump the guy.
I don't think it's that. I think it's like they like the security of like having a guy that like
and that
takes
too.
care of them. You know what I mean? They don't like gender roles, but they like to have their guys like.
And they want to cheat on each other, but not actually.
But they want to be able,
like cheating.
They want to have them pay all their bills for them, but they don't like not have sex with other guys. I think it's you know what I honestly think too is there's just some like chicks out there. Like the girls' brains are like wired different than guys, where like they really just like want attention. There's girls out there that just like want to have like a lot of attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I suppose there's guys like that too, but like guys do it, I think, in different ways. Like they drive loud cars. You know what I mean? Like then girls want like the sexual attention. You know what I mean?
Stand up.
Yeah, guys will go do stand up, start a podcast. Get tattoos. Get really drunk and ask fucking other dudes in bars if they like to eat ass. Like,
I mean, well, so how about this? I mean? Like, how about a polyamorous relationship, and you live together, but your bills are paid based on who fucks the most people that month. So if you are fucking if she fucks 8 guys and he fucks 1 girl, guess what? She's paying the bills at an 8-to-1 ratio this month.
Here's a really interesting.
It's not so fun now, is it?
Here's a really interesting marriage statistics that's come out over the past like 8 years, is that same sex marriages, like men being married to each other, the divorce rate's only like 18% or some shit. Like it's really low.
Gay men?
And then among women, like a lesbian couples, it's like
really
fucking
high.
68,
Yeah,
dude.
it's
like way higher.
Who's the problem there? I feel like that statistic settles it.
I'm just saying, like, dude, you could use that as like an objective fucking like evidence where it's like,
who's really the problem?
I really just think that there's like there's these girls out. It's not all women. I'm not gonna say it's all women, but there are a lot. There's like girls out there that just like
majority of who causes issues.
They can't stand not getting attention from everybody, like in that way. You know what I mean? And it just drives them fucking crazy.
You know, another statistic that's fun: domestic violence. Well, I guess that's not fun, but you know, so domestic violence in this order: lesbians, straight couples, gay couples have. You know why? Because there's real consequences to hitting another dude. You know, I think Crowder said it. He's like, they both got nukes. You know, a woman hits another woman. I mean, how often do the woman on woman violence get really, really violent? Not really that often.
Dude, the only domestic violence, only domestic violence I've ever really like heard personally is from from lesbian couples, man. And I'm not gonna try to say that like.
I mean, look at Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, two lesbians beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, right. There's just these crazy fucking chicks out there, man. Like guy crazy and girl crazy are just two different things, and like, yeah, you know what I mean.
So, but yeah, so there's here. Let me find. So here was the post I had. So it was in a Facebook group, and it was a post someone about polyamory talking about how great it was and whatever.
Is it on the Reddit?
No, it's on Facebook. So I commented. I said, yeah, I think Will and Jada showed us how healthy polyamorous relationships were. And this girl replies, should we name off the hundreds of other famous people who proved how healthy and sustainable monogamous relationships are? Sounds silly, doesn't it? And I said, there are millions of people in healthy monogamous relationships. There are 0 people in healthy polyamorous relationships. I don't think it should be legal, but then again, I also don't think smoking meth should be either. Consenting adults should be allowed to make whatever bad decision they want. She didn't have a goddamn thing to say to that because it's the fucking truth. Like,
it really is.
Like, it's like I said, man.
Something doesn't have to be illegal for me to call you a dumb fuck for doing it. Not illegal to jump off a roof, dude, but I'm still gonna call you a dumbass when you knock your teeth out doing it.
People come at me all the time. They're like, "Oh, it doesn't affect you." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. It doesn't affect me, but neither does the NFL." And I still have opinions on that. You don't have a movie you don't like?
Here's the thing: is like when society as a whole is like more accepting of these kind of really unhealthy fucking like behaviors. Yeah. Then it's like, dude, like imagine like you've fostered this society, right? That completely has devolved fucking like relationships into where everybody is in a polyamorous relationship, dude. What do you think the fucking kids in that society are going to grow up to be like, man?
Exactly.
Fucking nut jobs, man.
Exactly.
I've always said it's like you can say what you want about people doing their one thing, you know what I mean? Like people acting like in a way or like, you know what I mean? But like I can judge a way that somebody lives like based on like if everybody in society acted like that, like would society be okay?
Right.
So like furries, if everybody was a furry, dude, that society would completely collapse. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh, it would absolutely. It would fall the fuck apart.
Yeah, dude.
We could do without furries at all. So I have discovered, and we can end it with this. I have discovered the greatest YouTube channel in the history of YouTube. Okay.
Infowars.com.
Well, no, I mean it's banned. So, but
is Infowars really banned on YouTube? I didn't even know that.
Down. If you post fucking Alex Jones clips, you get shut down, man.
Really?
Yep.
Like clips or like you edit it? Because I've seen Alex Jones.
You can edit like memes and like React videos you can get away with. But if you just share it. Okay, so this is called Generation Hope. And they find the worst actors imaginable and they play out just ridiculous scenes that would never happen
racist
in
cop
real life.
Chokes 18-year-old black kid.
Yeah, like these are landlord evicts single mother. Racist cop chokes or arrests black kid. Dad sleeps with 18-year-old. That sounds like a porno.
Racist cop arrests black police captain. What?
Racist Karen whips black boys.
Oh my god, dude.
Wife fakes cancer. Husband.
How many views do these have? 595K? That's pretty significant.
They do well. Yeah.
Fat shames 300-pound wife. Dad kicks gay son out.
Yeah. I feel like we need to watch.
So are they like
they're serious?
Well, are they like where they do that? Like, is it like that John Quinones thing, like the "What would you do," where they do it in front of people to see how they react?
No, it's like they make a fucking mini TV show, like Lifetime type show out of it.
God damn, dude, we can't sit here and watch all 12 minutes of that. I'm gonna fucking cringe out of my chair.
No, well, dude, it is funny.
Racist cop arrests black family. Just the whole family, dude. Like arrest the whole family.
Wife cheats on disabled soldier.
Well, that you could just go to a VA clinic and see that thing out in real life, man. You don't need a fucking YouTube for that. And go get that for real life, dude.
Right.
That boy fired because of old age.
Was that one on there? Well,
yeah.
I kind of agree with that.
Rejects mom's loan.
Here, let's watch one. What should we watch? Father destroy. Is this Ben Shapiro?
Dad rejects son for wearing makeup. Look at that one.
Look at here's Ben Shapiro. Father destroys family. That's the whole video. Is him just
fucking like sets off a homemade explosive in his kitchen and just.
It's him just using facts and logic on his kids. Well, actually, son.
Well, it's actually really ridiculous. It's in the name. It's peanut butter and jelly. It's got to have both. You can't have only one.
So you want to have a jelly sandwich, son? Sorry, facts don't care about your feelings, son. Sorry. Macho dad rejects son for wearing makeup. We should watch that one.
Like, what does he do? Does he block his fucking basketball shot and stuffs his ass? Like
Robert Williams, baby. All right.
What is that? Is that makeup on your face?
Yes, but it's
James,
for.
You're a man.
That's
not a
James.
little.
Why does he have a baseball bat?
Oh my god, dude, is he gonna beat this guy's ass with a baseball bat? That's like doesn't even look like a full-size baseball bat.
It looks like one of those like mug cups thing, like baseball bat mugs for beer.
Live under this house, you will live under my rules. Now go take that.
Dad
off.
sounds a little light in the loafers himself. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Dad,
why does he care? Like if he's like not even going
No.
out though. He's like in his fucking room, like he's watching James Charles. This is a very problematic video already, dude. Like he's getting
I'm not gonna let
he's
you
getting
bully me around.
He's getting groomed by
I'm
fucking
playing,
James
boy?
Charles. Like
Why is he threatening him with a baseball bat like Negan from The Walking Dead?
yeah, he's like literally. Oh my god, man.
So when I think macho, I think this guy. I don't know about you, but
I could snap you in half if you ever talk to me like that again. You understand? You know what?
You know what? I'm gonna beat your ass.
You want to act like a clown? Why don't you look like?
yeah,
Stop.
Why don't you look
Dad.
like a clown?
there we go.
Holy fuck, dude.
I'm team dad here. Can we agree? We're both team dad.
Dude, I don't give a fuck, man. If I had a son that wanted to be a little fucking fruity kid, like whatever, man.
I wouldn't beat him with a baseball bat.
Oh yeah, I'd probably hit him with like the fucking broom or something.
It's
so he doesn't leave a bruise.
Belt. Yeah, something that the teachers won't notice at least. You know, like come on. I mean, obviously he's good with makeup. He can cover his black eye up. Fuck, like come on. Here we go.
I'm already getting groomed by James Charles through this fucking YouTube video, man.
That's what the dad's concerned about. He's getting groomed by James Charles, not the makeup.
That would be like a legitimate dad concern. Like if my fucking kid was watching James Charles, I'd be like, how many other makeup content creators are there on YouTube? You really have to watch this fucking pedophile.
Too many.
You know, yeah, dude. Like you really got, and there's like other dudes out there too. It's like you really got to watch this fucking pedo. Like, come on,
right?
Man.
Yeah. Well,
no James Charles in my house ever.
You sit your ass down on the couch and watch Alex Jones like God intended.
You could watch fucking. I don't even know any other makeup content creators, dude.
I think Jeffree Star.
No, he's all canceled and problematic too, dude. Can't have these
I would want watching
problematic queens on here, man.
All right, here we go.
Hey, buddy, ready for practice?
Dad, not
His son
for-
also plays baseball. Like kids like this don't play baseball, dude. Like
No,
sorry.
there were
might be on
warning
the
signs.
cheerleading team. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
do like girly sports.
Yeah, if he's at a point where he's this age and putting makeup on, probably don't. Yeah, no.
He's doing like how many? He might be doing like figure skating or something. You know what I mean? Like
he ain't playing
gymnastics.
baseball.
Dude, if he's in there baseball, man, nah, dude.
No.
Baseball is like the kids
Barge
that like
into
are
my
14 and like doing dip and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
room.
You turn around when you talk to me.
Oh my god.
No,
What is that? Is that makeup on your face?
yes, but it's for.
I don't care what it's for. No son of mine is going to look
I
like
have-
a little fairy.
Look like a little fairy.
I have it hard. I like find it hard to believe that this is like the fucking eye-opening experience that his son is like effeminate, dude.
I
It's
know.
like
He's just now finding it out.
just figuring it out, dude. He's like,
Like,
wearing the
like-
most rose-colored fucking sunglasses ever, dude. Like,
It's like, what are you gonna tell me? Your special friend Justin that sleeps over is more than a friend?
you told me you were a cheerleader because you wanted to talk to other girls.
You told me you were watching Glee because you wanted to make fun of that queer on the TV.
Now you go take that off now before I smack it off.
You know, this is what I love. I want to be
Clearly
a
he
makeup
doesn't
artist.
know.
and
No, he
work
does
in
not. He
movies.
thinks you're into baseball, kid. You better start talking fast.
Yeah, dude. This guy wouldn't survive a fucking minute on a baseball team, man. And I'll be calling him like faggot and stuff. Like,
yeah, this kid would get
baseball
torched.
players are like fucking.
Yeah,
man.
It's a cult. It's a cult for sure.
Well, they're
You
just like
told me
dudes.
I could-
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
It's almost a little too masculine. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for masculinity, but some baseball dudes are a little. It's almost horseshoe theory, and it's almost kind of gay. You know what I mean? Like,
do anything I set my mind to. Well, this is it.
Yeah, but I never thought you would try something this ridiculous that only women want to do.
you know who he talks like? The dad. He talks like Lindsey Graham, the senator from South Carolina.
I never thought you'd actually do it. I just bought you all this makeup because I thought you'd give it to your girlfriend.
Yeah.
No,
Do
bro.
you really think you're going to be respected acting like a clown? James, you're a man, not a little boy. As long as you live under this house, you will live under my
But
roof.
he does let little boys wear makeup in his house. That's the point that he's trying to
If
make.
you're a little
here.
boy, you can wear makeup, but not a man.
Yeah, like when you run around in my basement dungeon as a little boy, you can wear makeup, but you know.
Now go take that off.
But Dad,
Shut up and do it now.
You know what's the sad
No.
thing? Like, I will acknowledge that there's dads like this that exist, but not like this exaggerated.
No.
And you know what they do is they do shit like they like talk to their friends on the phone and they're like, yeah, my son's being a little faggot again.
Yeah.
Like, putting the makeup on and shit.
Yeah.
I don't fucking get it, but you know what? Whatever makes them happy, right? And then they like the little boys, like the little dudes that are like fucking hear that, they internalize that as this, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
That's
it's just
exactly.
like it's their fucking like dad that was born in the 70s, 80s, just being
Yeah.
like, well, you know, these fucking, I guess the gay people wear makeup now, you know, back in my day, they just wore leather, but I, you know, whatever, man, whatever makes them happy, right? It's fucking weird, but whatever. And then he's just up in there, I'm like, oh my God, he's beating me. He's hitting my fucking, he's slapping my makeup off my face with a baseball bat.
With a baseball bat.
I'm not gonna let you bully me around.
I have a
What the
challenge
fuck?
problem with you. Every computer in your house, your mom's, your
That
dad's,
was
your
the
sister,
best
your
part to have a
brother's computer, and
Mr.
install
Beast
Honey.
ad.
Wait,
Come
Mom.
on, dude. He's like, Mr. Beast. We need to fucking clip that, dude. That was fucking great.
That was fucking hilarious. It's like they timed it.
Hey, I could snap you in half if you ever talk to me like that again. You understand? You know what? You want to act
I thought
like
he was
a
going to
clown?
grab like a
Why don't you
joint there.
look
at
like
I
a
did too.
clown?
Stop.
Why don't you
It's
look
like, son,
out
I
the
wish I
front?
would have found drugs.
Can
Fuck.
you skip to like halfway through or something? Because I want to see if like they like have it where they like come out of like the clip And are there people that like analyze it and like, or is it just 8 minutes of like this fucking ridiculous skit that like
it's
never
the
happens?
skit. It's fucking it's phenomenal.
8 minutes of the skit, dude.
Great. Wow, you look like
Imagine if he just drew like a swastika on his forehead. Like, no, see Kyle, James. See Kyle.
Stop already! I get it. I'll stop. I'll stop.
Look at you crying like a little
And then
high school prom.
Like a
queen.
little bitch, and then he just starts like eating it. He like puts it on his lips and then he eats it.
He takes a big old bite of the lipstick.
Why don't you man up and give up this little fantasy of yours? You know what? I'm going to throw away all that stuff. And if I ever see you touching any of it again, we're going to have some serious issues. Now get up and get ready for baseball practice.
This kid must suck at baseball.
That kid's not playing baseball. I guarantee it, dude.
This kid must suck at
Even
baseball.
after the incident with his dad, James didn't let that discourage him from pursuing his dream of being a
His name's
makeup
James.
artist.
Maybe it is James Charles.
He kept watching makeup
This is the
tutorials
origin
and getting
story.
better and better at it. He stayed up late at night practicing just so his dad wouldn't catch him.
And this boy
And
was
eventually-
named James Charles. He eventually went to
Eventually, he
trial.
began grooming young boys online. 1 month later.
Hey, son, it's great to see you. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Dad.
This is a surprise. What brings you here?
Well, actually, I want to talk to you about something.
Oh, well, come on in.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
They're gonna have the dad's gonna have a Father's
How's
Day.
my
His dad's
grandson
gonna
doing?
be.
He's
I
gonna
haven't seen
sit on
James
his
in a long
lap.
time.
Well, he's been really busy with school and baseball practice.
At baseball practice.
Been
Been busy with his baseball.
Well, Dad, to be honest, that's why I'm here. I don't know what to do with this kid. I mean, he's not like me. When I was in school, I was into all the sports clubs. I was into camping. I was into fishing.
Especially with my male friends.
Yeah,
Not
it was
into
pretty
any
good.
of it. And I'm trying to get him into those things.
Henry, do you remember when you had that punk rock band in high school?
Ugh, how could I forget? I looked ridiculous.
You had that crazy haircut, that mohawk, and you were wearing those those bracelets with the spikes.
Well,
He tells him, he's like, but Dad, he's putting lipstick on. And the grandpa just changes tone. He's like, my grandson ain't gonna be no asshole wrangler.
You know what's
Fucking
funny is
totally
like
changes tones.
remember back in like the day with this guy, I'm not remember like we were fucking there,
Yeah.
but like they had like goth kids back when he was in high school. Like he would have been in high school in like what the fucking 90s,
Probably
just-
early 90s, late 80s, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Like they had goth kids back then that fucking would like wear makeup. It looked like Marilyn Manson, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I
That was-
mean? Like that's not that fucking crazy.
No, the kid wearing makeup, it's really not. I don't.
at least the band wasn't terrible, right? By the end of senior year, we sounded pretty good.
Well, to me, it sounded like a lot of loud noises, and I could stand about 30 minutes of it.
You kids and
Then I
your
had to get out of the
Pat
house.
Boone.
Well, I really want to thank
You
you
kids
for
and
letting
your
us
Sex
practice in the
Pistols.
garage, and I appreciate you dealing with all the noisy neighbors' complaints.
Well, I didn't want to, but your mother said I needed to give you some time to find yourself. So the question is, are you going to allow James some space to find out who
Tell him
he
what he's
wants to
doing.
be, or are you going to try to make him be like you?
Or are you gonna fucking give him
Well,
hormones
this
when he's
is different.
14 here
He wants to be a
and
makeup
make him be a
artist,
woman?
whatever that is.
If you
Henry,
don't, you're
you know
an
how many
abusive
times-
father.
I told your mom that I didn't think we should be letting you do music.
Okay, as far as unrealistic, there's no way that the old boomer is going to
The
be
grandpa
socially-
is the voice of reason here.
The
Yeah,
progressive
fucking
one.
right.
about the kid, about the boy wearing makeup. There's no way.
This would like happen where it would be completely reversed. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? That would be believable.
They'd be like,
Although
"You
I
quit
don't-
letting your son act like a pussy.
He's acting like a little faggot. You need
Yeah,
to
no.
quit letting him wear that faggot makeup.
This
That's literally
episode-
how my grandpa talks. Dude,
This
like
is the episode that's going to get us taken off YouTube.
that's how my fucking grandpa would talk, man. Like so that's how I know that's how
Yeah,
fucking
you're
these
not.
old
You're
people
it's
talk.
context. Yeah, you're not saying it, and yeah, I know what you're doing.
Then he'd
I didn't
start going
understand
off
it. I
about
thought it was a
fucking
waste of time.
Obama or some shit.
But she pointed out that we're all different. And sometimes something we don't understand.
The writers of this show are like in their own little world.
We shouldn't try to change it. Or
I
what's
almost
worse, try
wonder
to
if it's a
stop it.
joke.
So look,
It doesn't appear to
came here for
be.
advice.
No.
So here
They've
it
got
is.
the like
Don't
cheesy
try
piano in
to
the
make
background for the heart to
Yeah.
heart.
Elon
Like,
be like you. Let him be who he wants to be.
Wow,
yeah,
Dad.
the old guy is not
You're
saying
so
this.
right.
No.
I can't believe I was so blind in my own
He is
stubbornness.
literally reading this off a script right now.
The dad
He
would
could
be
not
the
remember
one.
the line.
The dad would be the one being like, "Dad, remember when I was in high school and I
Yeah.
was like a punk rocker guy, and then I outgrew it because I was like not a kid anymore." Yeah, I remember that. You still look like a bitch. Dad,
You always were a disgrace, son. Now you're raising one yourself. I should have fucking knew.
Dad, this is why I haven't talked to you in 4 months. And then
This
he's
is
like,
why
and then
James
he's
doesn't
like,
come over.
oh.
I treated James so badly.
Well, it's too late. He's
What do
out
I
grooming
do to
kids
make it
now.
up to him?
Start by apologizing and then let him
hormones.
know that you love him.
Buy him hormones. That's how
and that
you
you'll
make
support
up.
him in whatever he decides to do.
Thanks, Dad. I love you.
I love you. What are you, gay?
I love you. What? Oh my god! I thought that was part of the skit. I was like, "What is this? Like a fucking lethal weapon or something?"
Wait, is this a school shooting?
Oh,
movie?
Caleb, turn it up! Turn it up! Turn it up!
Hold on. I see a school shooting movie. This looks great.
Don't go see it, Caleb. They don't have the trigger warning on there for you, man.
Oh,
You're gonna have
shit,
PTSD flashbacks.
That's right.
Can I come in?
Yeah, just 1 second.
Oh, he still got it. Oh, damn, dude.
He kind of looks like Machine Gun Kelly
Okay, yeah, you can come
You
in
think
now.
so? He's like 15. He's already got a widow's peak.
or
Hi,
Miley
James.
Cyrus.
How are you doing?
Yeah, he looks like Miley Cyrus. Look, he's
How's
like a
Grandpa?
teenager, but he's already got a widow's
Doing
peak,
great.
man.
Are you
Yeah.
happy?
That's
It's called Derek Pavelka. Yeah.
That's rough, man.
We had a long talk.
From one bald man to another
I wanna
future
talk to
bald
you.
man. That's
Can I
rough.
sit down for a minute?
Yeah. That's fine.
There's no way that this guy would just like turn on a fucking
No.
whim like this too. It takes like years and years of like the people
to
around him
accept
calling
this
him a
shit.
fucking dumbass for him to like
Years.
budge at all, dude.
Years to accept. Seriously. Yeah. You don't change in an afternoon.
That afternoon talk with my good old
I want
dad
to
really made me
apologize for how I treated
see
you
societal
when you
issues
couldn't make it.
different.
Pop reminded me that I used to be like you.
I
You
used
were
to be gay
just
too.
like me and universe.
Then when they
Believe it
sent
or
me to
not,
this
I
camp
used to
for
be
6
in a
weeks.
punk rock band.
But
With
my
Milo
dad hit me-
Yiannopoulos.
Different then
My dad
than I
hit
do
me with a
now.
baseball bat.
Pop
Now I
never
don't
really
actually love
understood.
your mother.
But he let me in the band.
Now I
practice
sneak
in the
off on
garage.
weekends to go
He
have an
let me
affair
erase
with a man.
I met on Grinder.
Yeah, that I met on Facebook.
Truly
Whisper.
was.
Call back.
That's where I failed with you. I'm not letting you.
Well, you
truly
obviously
embrace-
failed with him a lot if he's putting on makeup. So don't.
Clearly, I mean, if
Don't
this
sell yourself
dad
short.
if this dad played in a high school punk band, dude, I
Yeah.
really doubt that he was really into like sports and all that
No.
shit. You know, what I
I
mean?
highly doubt that. Yeah, no.
I mean, it
do.
could have been like you see like some of these like old punk rockers, and they're like
Yeah.
pretty fucking guys. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
like
like,
Sex Pistols type punk rock. Yeah.
yeah, dude, like the guys from like the
Not like
Ramones
things are
and, like,
better if I stay. Not
yeah,
those
the
guys,
fucking
yeah.
Misfits guys.
So
The Misfits guys are like
long
all
and
like
good
actual fucking.
night. Yeah.
They're like dudes, man.
Yeah. No, for sure.
who you really
Like
are,
old school punk guys. I know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
whether I understand it or not.
Thanks for saying that.
Like you'd think, I mean, the kid's got like a guitar on his fucking wall. Like you'd think they would like connect
On?
it through like
No,
music and
We
stuff.
haven't
Yeah, look,
been
there's a
seeing
bass
eye to
guitar in the
eye,
back
but
there. Like,
This is what I really want, and I can't see my life without.
He looks like Macaulay Culkin. That's who he looks like.
I think he looks more like Miley Cyrus. Macaulay Culkin's got like a fucking bean head, dude. Like,
That's true. Wow.
he's got like he looks like a blonde, very feminine Derek Pavelka.
He does. He does look like Derek.
At least he has
Pavelka.
Derek Pavelka's
This
hair.
job
That's all I'll
as
say
a
on
makeup
that.
artist for a music video.
Wow, James, that's great.
It's Marilyn
I'm so
Manson.
happy for you,
Thanks, Dad.
son. I love you.
I love you too.
The son's like, you love me? What are you, gay?
What are you, gay, Dad? Stop.
Oh, what is that? Oh, fuck. This one wasn't as the one about the husband that fat shames the wife is fucking hilarious because it doesn't.
It's okay,
end happy.
honey. It's okay, honey. You could just eat all this.
Well, no, it's fucking hilarious because like the husband's fat, and he's
God.
He's like this fucking whale of a wife I have, and like it just demeans her.
Horrible, man.
But yeah, so that was, I don't know, if like, would you let your 16-year-old son put makeup on?
I don't give a shit, man.
Yeah, probably. I don't think makeup would be a big deal. When he starts saying that I'm a woman, we might have to, you do what you want to when you're 18.
I would just tell him, yeah, wait till you're 21, and then he'll probably change his mind. So,
dude, no, that's like legitimately most of the transgender people like are just gay. You know what I mean? Like, and that's before y'all smash your report buttons. Nick was not going on a rampage. He was speaking as the character in the show. Yes. So fucking relax.
I really hope we don't have to explain that, dude. Like, I was clearly talking.
Our audience should be intelligent enough to know what was going on.
They're going to clip that every time Nicholas Kohler has said fag.
Like Rogan.
Yeah. It's just like 12 times. Like, just like.
They pull it. Yeah, no, that's a. Well, yeah, I mean, our audience is smart enough, but every now and then we get one person that fucking throws a fit. Fuck them. But I just want to make it clear if that's really what offended them, we're on what, episode 147. They shouldn't be listening to this show. They should have stopped a long time ago. So,
no, they can keep listening.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, but just don't get fucking mad about it. We should probably wrap it up. We did way over an hour. You got anything you want to plug?
No, I got finals week the next couple weeks.
Come watch Nick take his finals.
Oh God, I'm gonna be fucking very strung out on caffeine and heroin.
Oh, the breakfast of champions, right?
That's right.
Let me think. 4:30. I got fucking Detox Sober Lounge this Saturday, May 13th. It's Friday the 13th, Emporia, Kansas. If you're in the Kansas City, Wichita area, come check it out. Like, it's already selling pretty fast. Tickets are, from what I understand, which, like, that's how you know that a city doesn't have much going on in it when I'm headlining a show that's almost sold out. So, like, if you're gonna be there, get them online, because I for real don't know if there's gonna be room for you there. So that's all I'll say.
3 weeks after that, I'll be up in Omaha. So
fuck yeah! Wait,
we'll do a live show, dude.
What week will that be?
First 2 weeks, June.
Of June.
Yep.
If I put a show together, do you want to be on it?
I could do it, man. I've been doing open mics down
just
here.
Even if it's just like 5 minutes, just like a guest spot. Okay.
From what I remember doing shows with Caleb, I'm a very great opening act. Just get out there for like 3-4 minutes, warm them up, and
yeah, you do. I'm more of a. We were talking about it last night. I'm more of a closer, not in the sense that I'm this big dick great comic, but the type of things I talk about, you really don't want to follow it.
Some comedy, so I would say like somebody like you that does a little bit more like attention getting stuff. You know what I mean? Like by the time you're fucking 4 comedians into a set, the audience can kind of like start pulling back if the other comedians haven't been as good. So if you got somebody that's really going to catch attention, like fucking 3rd or 4th comic out, dude, that's fucking money, man. Because the audience is all like, oh yeah, this guy, all right, cool.
My thing is like the type of stuff I deal in. It's either going to kill or it's going to bomb, and there's no in between. And that's where I'm just like, okay, I would not want to follow me. That's all I can say. But we'll have May 20th, Harmful Content Comedy in Omaha. Like I said, I'll try and let me see if I can get a date, and I'll talk to you. But May 20th, Friday, Harmful Content Comedy in Omaha, Wired Pub. Come out and check us out. I do not have a headliner yet. I'm working on that, and it might piss some people off if I get who I want, but I'm not going to say it on here until anything's official. So, all right, I think that's all we got. Thank you guys so much. Peace the fuck out.